What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be installing a voltmeter slash car charger in my review. Yeah, so pretty much right here is my setup. Let me just flip my screen on my camera. So right here is my setup. Pretty much right now I just got the normal cigarette lighter, or just little plug thingy for the normal car chargers, and then right here I put this for my stereo. I recommend trying to find at least a somewhat expensive one, because this one doesn't always work the best. So yeah, if you're wanting to do something like this, it's pretty similar to this, except this one goes to power and ground. I guess mainly to your battery, but I'm not going to be doing it that way. And then it also comes with little fuses right here, so pretty much it won't short out your phone or anything, because sometimes not having a fuse, it'll just cause problems. So that's a good thing. You pretty much don't have to worry about shorting out your phone. So this is a better view of how it looks. You can see right there, pretty much voltmeter, and you just pop this up, and you can see right there that the little screen is in the middle, USB-C, and then the normal USB, and pretty much here are the prongs for the positive and negative terminals. So you can pretty much just put this in, and you don't have to worry about shorting out your battery on your phone. So if the fuse does blow, pretty much it'll just stop charging. In theory, this should protect your phone, because I've seen other ones and they don't come with the fuses, so that's not good. So I'm going to go ahead and take this bezel off and get to seeing how the process is, and I'll go ahead and keep on updating you guys. Alright guys, so an update on the whole situation with the voltmeter. It is the next day, and unfortunately, from where I try to plug it in, as you can see by the size of these wires, it's a little too much for the wires right here. So pretty much what I'm going to have to do is basically just pretty much take these two connections, and I'm going to wire some terminals. Right now I'm gonna look and see if I can wire it directly to the amp, if that's easier, or I think there's a distribution block in the front, so if I could just wire those to the front instead of having to move the whole seat-in situation. Because let me go ahead and, so this is pretty much the amp situation right here. There is not really a lot of room to screw in the terminals, so I think it's best if I just go ahead and try and move the seat as much as possible to be able to get back there. It shouldn't be that hard, but if it is easier to just do it to the hood, because unfortunately I do need a power wire. The ground wire isn't that much of an issue. It's pretty easy to just get a ground, but a power wire that tells me the battery's voltage, that's a little bit harder. So we're gonna go ahead and get that started. I'll update you guys as I go. Another reason not to go to a stereo shop, or at least one where they make a complete bullshit mess. So you guys see all this right here? I don't know if you can see that right there. So this right here is the most inconvenient area to do this. Feels like they cut through here. I don't remember this being here. But, yeah. So, you see that, right? So, look at over here. Look at where my hand goes. Right here. Look at this. My whole hand fits here. And also, it obviously fits here. The problem is that you see those two holes? The stereo is basically right here, pushing everything back. This jumbled mess, if you can see, right there, all that going back in this small area. So why do you make it hard for yourself and put everything right here and just push it back over here where my whole fucking hand can fit? Like, why? So now I gotta basically fix all this. Some of it is obviously mine, some of it is theirs, but damn, dude, like, just what the fuck? Why don't you just take all this and then just route it through right here? I can literally, my fingers are right there, you guys can see right there, fingers right here. Like, Jesus Christ, holy fuck. So yeah, like, this is why, this is one of the reasons, because they just make it complicated for themselves. Like, obviously my double din isn't as big as the normal microwaves, but you can see that basically where the screws go and how much space there is. Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, don't go to a stereo shop. If you know anything about wiring, just do it your damn self. Alright guys, so I finally got this thing in. Kinda was a pain in the ass, so you can see it's not obviously like straight and shit. So I'm gonna try and see if I can put this so I'm gonna try and see, let me zoom out here a little bit. So I'm gonna try and see if I can put this little ring on, so it just doesn't like start slipping out. Unfortunately, it isn't the easiest. And then this is kind of like tight right there, as you can see. That's what she said. So, and then here's the other side. You can kind of see. Tried to align it as best as I could to this one. This one doesn't hold very well anyways, but at least this one is pretty much like stuck in there. It's not even like going straight. Honestly thought it was gonna be like pretty loose like this one, but I don't know. Apparently it's pretty tight. So pretty much it's in there. That's what she said again. But I am now just going to have to. Alright guys, so it is been a couple of days and finally got this thing installed. Here's pretty much how it looks. It looks a lot better in the nighttime. It's not that you can't see it during the day, but pretty much it looks a lot better at night. There you can see right there, 11.3 volts. It's obviously pretty low. I haven't started my truck in like the whole 2 days, I think. So yeah, and then down here just got my bass knobs, and then this one right here, if you can see that, is my USB to my phone. Right there I got CarPlay, as you can see. So unfortunately, I don't know if I said this in like the last clip or not, but pretty much I couldn't use the 2 wires from the cigarette lighter. It was like just too much current. I ended up actually popping the fuse, and I didn't realize that I popped the fuse until I plugged into my OBD2 port, because I do that sometimes to clear the check engine light so that I can remote start my truck, because unfortunately yeah, I can't like, I don't have the back O2 sensors, and I haven't like set it up completely so I could do that. But pretty much I had some like leftover speaker wire, or just wire in general, black and red. So pretty much I took that, routed it through the back, routed it underneath here, under right here, and then pretty much just put it underneath the little panels all the way back to my amp. I would show you guys, but it's just like really dark. It's like unnecessary. Plus the carpet is like covering it and shit. So pretty much like I would just recommend doing that. Is just like if you got an amplifier, just like wire it to that, or just wire it to like a little switch, and then wire it to your battery so you can just like turn it off and on. Because I don't really know much about electrical wiring, but if it was enough to just kill the fuse, pretty much like it's just gonna do it. So I'd recommend that. Overall, it honestly works like pretty well, because right here, go ahead and like start my truck. So there you guys can see that pretty much like, unlike the radio, it just like takes a while to turn on. So you can see right there 14.6, and then on my dash, turn on the light, right there pretty much about that voltage. Now you can say, oh, what's the difference and stuff like that. Well, like you guys were seeing, pretty much when I didn't have the key on the accessory and I just had it like just barely on, well actually no, to start, when I didn't have it like to start, like the only thing was the prindle. That was the only thing that was showing up. So you can't see your voltage when you just have the key. So pretty much like this was something that I had in my other truck, or that I have in my other truck, much rather. And it's just like a lot more convenient, because pretty much, especially if you want to play the music loud and you're like, all right, well I just won't have it with that much bass. You know, pretty much this will tell you like, hey, like, this is as much as it's gonna go. That's about it. I've used it like all week basically, and honestly I love it because pretty much I can tell when the bass is hitting, and this is like directly to my subwoofer amp, because the speaker amp isn't like really that like necessary to see like the voltage. So pretty much like seeing like how much power the subwoofer amp is pulling is like really good. So yeah guys, I mean pretty much it's a pretty easy installation. The only problem is that the whole cigarette wiring and stuff, like it's not really like a recommended, at least for me, because the wires are just like way too much. And it was like a 20 amp fuse, but it's like a 20 amp mini fuse. So yeah, anyways guys, this has been the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.